Hi, and welcome to another episode of Suddenly Single. This week I've got Jo Wood with me, ex-model, famous rock chick, author. Do you want to show them what you've written, Jo? The Resurrection of Flo.
Yeah.
Right? And ex-wife of the Rolling Stones, Ronnie. And she's with us today. So, Jo, first of all, congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
I just want to get out of here.
So while on Suddenly Single, we're looking for dates, a very good friend of mine, the editor of Women's Health, has launched her own podcast called Just As Well. And that would be something that you might want to take a look at because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, if we're dating, we want to be at our fittest. So here's a little clip about what they're all about, and you can find a link to the episode in the description below.
This is Just As Well, the podcast that gets under the skin of wellness. I'm Gemma Atkinson.
And I'm Claire Sanderson.
We know what it's like to cover work, kids, hormones, and still make time for yourself.
So we're having honest, no filter conversations with the women and men that you see across the Women's Health platforms.
So join us on Just As Well, the wellness podcast for women like us. You can download us now wherever you get your podcasts.
Just want to get out of here.
The book tells the story of a woman in her 50s, doesn't it? Who kicks her husband out when he has an affair. We've all done that. I've certainly done that. Yeah. You've done that.
Yeah, I've done
right?
that,
Yeah, then finds the strength to dust herself down and start dating again.
Yeah.
That's both of us as well, right?
Yeah.
So you said, well, I've read that you said you were inspired to write the book after going on a date.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
I went on a
And why?
date with this guy.
Yeah.
That I met actually down at my sister's. Gosh, he's going to know it's him now, isn't he? And he told me how, because I said, oh, you're recently single. And he said, yeah. And he started telling me the story of what happened and how he split up with his wife. And I walked out of that date and I was walking up the road and I thought, God, that would make such a good story for a book. Up until that point, I'd never even thought about writing a novel. But it just stuck with me. And I started just writing these notes and writing these notes. And and then I went to my girlfriends and say, give me a good sex story. And they...
You know who you are, ladies.
Yeah, they do. And so they would tell me stories and I would interpret it into Flo's life and make it her story.
So now, Jo, you have admitted that you've told other people's stories in this book. Have you told any of your own? We won't know which one they are.
No, you won't. You won't know, but could be influenced by my life.
I mean, this is your book written by Jo Wood, but before this, there was an autobiography that you presumably were involved in because
I had a ghostwriter.
Yeah, you had a ghostwriter, right? Can you tell us? You told me a funny story earlier, if you don't mind sharing that, about your mother and your autobiography.
Oh yeah.
That you hadn't thought that people, when they read it, would actually realise, oh my God, she did all of these things because you told them to somebody.
The story about my first boyfriend?
That your mum didn't know you'd had sex with anyone.
Yeah. So when I was just leaving school, I went out with a guy called Tony, and he was 21. So, and he used to take me up to London. It was great when he went and get clothes for his shop.
The shop had a cool name, didn't it?
The Ragged Priest.
That's right. Yeah.
In Hadley-on-Sea, and in the book I said that I lost my virginity to Tony Wilson, and my mum started at my book and she rang me up and she said, I can't believe you had sex with Tony Wilson.
Did you say it was because he had a Morris Minor with a blue top?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I said, Mum, I didn't know that. I hadn't told you. But I did know I hadn't told her. She would have been furious.
So if we rewind to the 70s, you eloped to Vegas with your first husband, didn't you?
Yeah. I was quite a shy child, and like something happened to me when I turned 16, and I went I started modelling, and left school, started modelling. It was woohoo, let's go. And then I met my first husband when I was nearly 18. Oh, might have been 17 and a half.
How did you meet him? On a shoot or?
I met him in Paris at the Pret-a-Porter.
Oh, okay. You were modelling.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'd gone to Paris and I met him there, and he just said hello. And do you know, to tell the truth, I can't remember how he got in contact with me then after that, because we didn't have mobile phones or
No.
anything.
No.
So I don't know how. But then I remember him taking me out to dinner. He had the big flash car. He was in the rag trade. He was and Peter, and he was madly funny. He was so different to anybody I'd ever met.
Humour is a big thing in a relationship. If someone can make you laugh,
Yeah.
they're halfway there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went on holiday when I was 18 to Las Vegas. He said, "Come on, doll, let's go and get married." That was it.
Literally there and then. Well, was it easier then? You just turned up and said, "Can you marry us?"
Yeah.
And there you were, married.
And I had to come back and tell my mum.
I got
She
married.
was so upset with me.
Why? Because she wasn't there, or because?
Because I went and did it like their little Josephine. And I went and got married.
You were 21.
No, I was 18.
18. So you'd known him 6 months. Oh my goodness! You really were the original rock chick.
Oh, my
weren't
parents
you?
were just absolutely...
So how long did it take for that to go wrong, and why?
20.
Oh, it was over by 20.
Yeah, I'd had
It
Jamie.
was a practice run, right?
I'd had Jamie, and I'd my little fella, and I realised that this wasn't for me. I didn't love him.
Okay.
20.
Well, you
By the
probably
time I was
didn't. It
21
was probably last.
Yeah.
You think?
By the time I was 21, I was in the middle of a divorce.
Well, you went on to meet and marry a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, which my parents were shocked and horrified by that as
Were
well.
they?
Oh, yeah.
They weren't. They didn't think this was the most amazing thing ever.
No.
Why?
Well, they knew about the history and the drugs and the
Sex,
rock
drugs,
and
rock
roll.
and roll, right?
So my dad was horrified. Well, they both were. They thought I was going... My mum told me she thought that I was going to die.
Really? Because I mean, they were known, weren't they, for being the ultimate party people.
Yeah.
And have you got standout moments from that time that you can remember? Fabulous parties, or I mean, what was it like being married to a Rolling Stone?
Blur. I don't remember many parties. We used to have lots of parties in the house when we moved to LA.
Yeah.
And I had Leah when I was 23, and we lived in LA. We used to have people just turning up and just coming into the house and start pouring themselves drinks and, "Oh, hi, good to see you again," all that sort of stuff. And it used to be people used to gravitate towards Ronnie. And so it was always...
Was he playing music in the garden?
Didn't stop playing music.
So
Played
did
it
you let
all
people
the time.
just drop in?
Yeah.
I mean, did you know people like Rod Stewart back then?
Oh, yeah, because Ronnie had been in the Faces.
In the Faces,
yeah.
right? So
So-
they would just pop in?
Sly
These
Stone
Right, okay.
just popped in and he stayed for 3 days. It was just madness. Complete madness.
So decades and decades of madness then, Joe, that
Yeah.
you did. Okay, and also Ronnie had already had quite a colourful past when you met, hadn't he? He'd had an affair with George Harrison's wife, Patty. Is
Yeah.
that right? Yeah. Were you worried about him being unfaithful?
No, because I knew he loved me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't worry about the 360s or whatever
No,
like that.
70s,
That's
end of the 70s. No, we were just, we were a team. We were together, you know. It was
Well, you were together for almost 30 years, right?
over 30 years. I met him in 77. We split up in end of 2008.
Yeah. You 15 years ago, that is now.
God, isn't that
Yeah,
unbelievable?
unbelievable.
Got my divorce in 2011. It just seems to have flown by. But, yeah, I was fine with it. I remember going on tour and this girl wouldn't get out of the room and I could see that she was after Ronnie. So I just got her drunk. And in the end, Ronnie said, "For God's sake, get that stupid cow out of the room now." Result.
Oh, I should have thought of that a long time ago. That's very good
So-
advice, ladies. If you're worried about anyone,
Yeah, do
just
you want a
get them
drink?
very drunk.
Put that much vodka
Come
in
over
it
here,
and
my
a little
love.
bit of Coca-Cola.
I mean, I think a lot of women who are listening will have experienced what we both taught that we went through about cheating, etc. But that is a very good tip. But how, when you did eventually decide to separate because he was cheating,
Yeah.
what kind of emotions did that invoke in you? Was that a really hard thing for you to do? Because presumably you didn't want it at the time.
No, I didn't believe my friend at the time when she told me. And he would always disappear and stuff like that. And he was going through a particularly crazy point at that stage. And my friend told me, he said, "Joe, I have to tell you, it's a good friend for you that I've got." And she told me, and I said, "No, he's not. He wouldn't do that to me." But yes, he was. But once
We
I
all
had
think that.
once I had that little thing in my head, I became super detective.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
What like?
I was gonna find out.
So I had Ingrid Tarrant in here.
Oh, I love Ingrid.
And she told me that Chris obviously denied that he was having an affair. So she turned into like an MI5 spy.
Yeah.
She was putting trackers under his car
Oh, she
and
was, she
stuff
went-
like that. Well, so what did you do? How did you turn detective?
I was just on the lookout for everything. Once I had that little spark of, I wonder what's going on, I wanted to find out. And so I would check his phone.
Oh, you would? And it didn't lock it?
And I'm sure I must have said it in the book. So we went on holiday to Kenya.
Uh-huh.
But Ronnie couldn't come because he was doing a premiere of the Some Stones film. Mm-hmm. So he was coming a few days later. And so I went with the kids. And when he got there, my eldest son said to me, because I rang him and I couldn't find him when I was in Kenya. Couldn't find him. Didn't answer the phone. So my son said to me, "Mum, do yourself a favour. Break his SIM card in his phone." I said, "Why?" He said, "Just do it." So he'd been up for 3 days, and I crept in. He was asleep. I crept in and I went into the room, found his phone, opened it, because you could easily though.
Yeah.
Snapped it, put it back, quickly walked out.
And he
And
So you
went
think your son
mental.
knew?
What's wrong with my phone? What's wrong with my phone?
you think your son knew?
Yeah, he knew. He told me he knew. But he didn't tell me then.
Afterwards.
And then,
Yeah.
so it was like that.
I mean, you're friends now, but was it very difficult to rebuild your life afterwards?
No.
Because you did say that you found it hard to learn to do things on your own. And I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
really know
that.
what you meant by that.
Paying bills.
Oh, how to pay a bill.
Yeah.
I've never written a check. How do you write pence?
I'd never paid anything before. I hadn't done any tax. I hadn't done anything. I didn't even know a cab number to put. Because I had Jenny, and she worked for us. She still works for Ronnie now. And I'd say, "Jen, get us a cab. Jen,
Yeah.
pay those bills." I just didn't do anything.
Yeah, you didn't know how to.
So suddenly I was like, oh, oh, shit. Do I keep a record of this? Should I write it? Oh, it was...
I mean, I
So-
think, jokes aside, that's probably a problem for a lot of older widows who lose their husbands,
Yeah.
who've never, because they're older.
The man usually
the man
takes
used to
care
do
of-
it, right,
So
all the time.
That was a big learning curve for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they say all of us have at least one book in us. Do you think you've got 2 books in you?
The weird thing is, I started thinking of something the other day and I thought, gosh, that would be great for Flo to do. So who knows?
Flo could be back.
If this does well, I'd seriously consider doing something, another one. Because I love Flo.
Yeah.
I grew to love her. I feel like she's my friend. She most probably is a mixture of all my girlfriends all in one.
That's a really lovely character, actually.
Yeah.
To take all of the best qualities of your friends and their funniest stories and put it in a book. That's a
Yeah.
really good idea.
So and when I finished the book, I had to do a drawing of her, just so that I got her out, you know. But she's not
She's
on
not
there.
on the front.
No, but that I drew that hand.
Did you?
That's my hand. That
Oh, that is your hand.
yeah,
That's very
I drew it
good.
like that.
So, what was it like getting back out dating after you'd been with a Rolling Stone? I mean, that's quite a high bar, right?
Yeah. Well, what was it like? Yeah, it was. The thing is, you never know whether they like you for you, or whether they like you because you were married to a Rolling Stone. I went out with a guy once, and he got in his car to go out to dinner. And he picks up the newspaper and he hands it to me. Took it and he goes, page 5. Oh, page 5. And there's a picture of Ronnie. And he goes, yeah? Huh? He said, it's Ronnie. I said, I can see that. He said, tell me some stories. No?
Tell me some stories.
He just wanted to know about Ronnie.
How did you meet him? Did friends introduce you to people? Did you go on apps?
Oh, who?
You? How did
Meet Ronnie?
No, not Ronnie.
Oh,
how
this
did you
guy.
meet this guy?
A friend of mine introduced me to him. It didn't last long. I was not going to sit there and talk about Ronnie.
So you're on Raya.
Yeah.
Yeah, which for people that don't know is a celebrity-only dating app, or you have to be recommended by a celebrity.
Yeah.
So how is that going?
Useless?
Useless?
Yeah.
Do you think it's, Joe, because you told someone about your obsession with UFOs?
Yeah. It was
Do you
all
want to
going
share your love
sweet.
of UFOs?
It was all going well. And I was... this guy said, well, I'm just about to go to South America. I said, oh, I love South America. And he starts talking, messaging, saying... And I said, last time I went to South America, I went to Brazil... I went to a place called Recife and I saw a UFO. And then I never heard another word from him.
But you believe in UFOs, don't you?
100%. Since I saw that UFO.
What did you see?
We were on holiday in Recife with the kids and Ronnie. And I'm packing because we were going the next day. And he starts shouting. We were right on the edge of a hill, and then you go down the path and there was the beach and the sea.
Yeah.
And he started shouting, Joe, get out here. There's these lights in the sky. I thought, oh, what's he on? Anyway, I went outside and I could see this fantastic thing out at sea, which was above the sea. And I hadn't been drinking or anything. Everybody usually says,
yeah, partaken of anything. That's
and it was just
particular
hanging
day.
there. It was just hanging there. And the lights were literally going onto the sea. And so Ronnie ran in to get his glasses and it just lifted up, stopped, went to the side and then flew at a speed I'd never seen anything like it, across the sky. And I just stood there and went, oh my God, I've just seen a UFO. It couldn't have been... It's nothing else. Nothing else. It was a proper UFO.
Okay.
It was great. And then I saw me and my son, Ty, when he was about 15. We were on the tour plane going down South America. And he was behind me. And we were looking out the window. There's everybody from tours all drinking and talking and da-da-da-da. And I looked out the window and I saw this fantastic... We were 40,000 feet, orb, a green orb, and it flew up to the plane and went all the way down like that. And Ty goes, Mum, did you see that? Did you see that? I said, Ty, what was it? What was it? It was a fantastic orb.
Wow.
And it was just great.
So you accidentally bumped into Ronnie on holiday, didn't you, after you separated?
No, 3 months ago.
3 months ago. Was
Yeah.
that recently?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And neither of you knew you were going to be in the same place?
No.
So what happened?
I went away with my friend Fran for her birthday. And she came to me. We'd been there 3 days and she came to me and said, Joe, the hotel have just told us your ex-husband's arriving today. I said, oh, bloody hell. She said, are you all right with that? I said, yeah, I don't care. What am I going to do?
Did you have a drink together?
No, he doesn't drink anymore.
Oh, okay. Right.
So I had a drink for him.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. So what about dating now? What's your worst dating story since you separated? Would you like to meet someone else? Would you, do you think?
Yeah, I'd love to meet somebody else. But, do you know, but the thing is, I'm quite happy on my own. I really am. I like going to my lovely little house. I'm surrounded by nature. I can cook what I want because I'm a mad organic person. And I think, I'm going to cook something really nice tonight. I can watch Love Island on the TV if I want to. I can do whatever I want. I got my daughter down the road. My grandkids love coming to my house. I am quite happy like this.
Do you know what? If there wasn't such a big age gap, I think you'd be perfect with Pete Wicks. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I did the island with him.
Right. Wouldn't he be perfect for you? I think he would be.
I
think
love
he'd be,
Pete. We got on like that.
happy living on a farm with animals.
Yeah.
Eating organic food, which you're also massively into, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you think that helps keep you looking young because you look sensational?
Oh, thank you. Well, I hope so. I mean, I'm mad about taking all sorts of supplements and eating right, and I never eat processed food at all, ever. Not for years and years and years. I do like the occasional shot of tequila. That's it.
Is that it? Wow. That's very well
I don't
behaved.
drink wine anymore.
Okay. So is it, I mean, they've said that would you say you've gone full eco-warrior or not really?
Yeah.
You
Where I
would.
live, I am totally off the grid.
Yeah.
I have solar panels. I have 2 generators, one backup generator, one.
Yeah.
So when the sun doesn't shine, which is a lot in the winter, my generators kick in and they boost the batteries. I've got lithium batteries. I've got a little plant room, and then I've got my own water from a borehole, which I had dug, and that comes up and into my plant room and goes through the filters and into the house.
Is it, where is this coming from? A Save the Planet perspective or?
I've always loved the idea of being off-grid and being an organic person. It's just like when I saw that house come up for sale on Zoopla or whatever I was looking at, I thought, gosh, if I don't do this now, I'd never do it. So in 2019, I sold up and moved to off-grid living.
Amazing.
It was a nightmare at first.
Yeah.
Because the guy that sold me the house must have thought, woohoo, found somebody here who's...
Who wants this house?
Yeah, and then everything went wrong.
Yeah.
Everything. And I sat on the floor in the kitchen and there was no power, there was nothing. I thought, I've made such a terrible mistake. And then I thought, I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm going to get this house together.
How do your kids feel about you living off-grid?
They think I'm mad.
They do. And you've got 10 grandchildren. Do they love it? Because they call you... Tell people why they call you Gangsta Granny.
Well, Kobe and Maggie, we were in the car. It was a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years ago now. And they were giggling in the back. I said, what are you two guys doing? And they said, Gran, have you ever done drugs? I thought, oh, here we go. I said, yes, of course. I said, you can't be in rock and roll and not do a drug. And they went, really? And I said, have you smoked a joint? I said, yeah. I said, but I don't recommend it. I don't recommend doing cocaine or smoking marijuana. I said, I was in that particular time and I was surrounded by those people. It was different from me. I said, looking back, it was a waste of time, really.
And you've kept all of your clothes, haven't you? All of your vintage clothes.
Lots of Bieber, Ozzy Clark. I've got lots of that.
Can I just come round and
Yeah.
raid your wardrobe?
They all sit there in my dressing room in bags because they don't fit me anymore.
How do you feel about ageing in general?
There's not a lot I can do about it, is there? I mean,
No.
what can you? You can't do anything. I can't even lie about my age, unfortunately. I'd love to lie about my age.
I think most women do.
But I
and
can't.
some men, to be honest with you. Yeah, but when you're in the public eye, you can't because people go, well, no, because we've just looked up your birth date.
Isn't that awful? Anyway, I have to accept it. My mum once said, when she was getting older, she said the thing she felt about her getting older was that she became invisible. And I thought, that's not going to happen to me. I don't want that to feel like that.
I don't think it has happened to you, though, has it?
No, I'm not going to be invisible.
No, I don't think it. Are you missing the music?
No, because I play music all the time at home.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Still
a lot of the Rolling Stones, the Faces. No?
No.
No. Who would be your music of choice then?
Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yes. Now my
Love
daughter's
Fleetwood
got an
Mac.
obsession with her.
That's my favourite album of all time.
Ah.
Love it.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
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 She's your girl. I can see that, actually. You're quite similar sort of vibe about you two of you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
somebody once told on that holiday that this guy said, God, he said, you've got a Stevie Nicks vibe. I
You
went,
have.
oh, thank you. I was thrilled.
Yeah, I'm coming up, I'm coming up.
Miss Jo Wood here is going to answer, and you're not going to be left hanging. I'm going to play with you. Go for it.
Beg your pardon.
It's that kind of show, Jo. Go for it.
Oh, I've got to pick him.
Well, I'll take one, you take one, but we'll both answer. Can you read it? If it's bad writing, it'll be mine. If it's good writing.
Yeah, it's yours. What is the most romantic gift you have ever been given? I suppose a Cartier, 1920s Cartier bracelet.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
lovely. I knew it would be really expensive from you.
Yeah. And then a boyfriend gave me a beautiful painting of Marilyn Monroe by this guy called Russell Young. And he just gave it to me out of the blue like that, and it's big, and it still hangs up in my house now.
Oh, that's
And
lovely.
it's glitter. It under the lights, it glitters. It's just beautiful.
See, I'm going to say the opposite to you. Actually, the most romantic gift I ever got was my first husband was 20 when he asked me to get married.
Oh my God!
And he didn't know
big-
what he was doing, and he didn't have it. And he
How
went
old
to
were you?
Oh, I was old enough to know better. I was 27. He bought this ring from H. Samuel that, honest to God, you would have needed a microscope to even see the stain. But it was romantic because he'd used his money and he probably didn't have very much, and he'd bought it and he asked me. So that probably that's my daughter's dad, actually. The most romantic gift that I ever got. Not because it was worth anything, but because he just went and did it off his own
That's
back.
lovely.
It was very sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
And I learned afterwards that he had asked my dad's permission, which is very old-fashioned.
Oh, isn't
And
that nice?
My dad said to me afterwards, I think I'll get you another ring. And I went, no, you can't get me another ring. We have to go with this one now. So, yeah, so that was very romantic.
That
yeah,
is.
It was.
Yes.
So who would you invite to your dream dinner party? They can be dead or alive. Let's name 4 people.
4.
Yeah. Who would you, or 5? How many do you want?
I always wanted to meet and never did John Lennon.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I think he would have been great. Lee Mack. I love Lee Mack. Comedian.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
he's
Funny,
great. Bridget Bardot, because I always based myself when I was younger on Bridget Bardot. I wanted to be just like Bridget Bardot.
Stunning.
And I suppose Marilyn. I'd have loved to know Marilyn.
That's a question I forgot to ask you. Ozempic, you're a believer in that for middle-aged, or you're not a believer
I'm
in it
not
for
a
middle-aged,
believer.
not a believer in
No,
it for middle-aged
I
women.
think
But we've got an
an epidemic.
yeah, we have. We've got
I
an
know.
issue.
I think it's fine if you know people use it for how it was supposed to be used for people who had diabetes. I think it's very good for them, but I don't think we should use it like the women are using it just to get stick thin. We carry our hormones in our fat, so it's very important to have some fat on you. Otherwise, you're just going to shrivel up.
But you don't have to. I mean, they can use it to make them a normal size.
Well, if you've got a really bad problem,
Yeah.
because it was made for diabetics.
Of course, it was made for diabetics.
Yeah.
But, you know, the NHS is struggling under all of the other things like, you know, heart issues, etc. I mean, I don't mind.
What's
it.
wrong with going to the gym and sorting out your diet?
But people don't, do they?
Well, they
That's
should
the trouble.
do. They should do. What you put in your mouth is so important for your health.
Yeah, I need to cut
It's
out the
so-
donuts.
Yeah, you need to. It's just not good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to live a healthy, good life, you've got to watch what you eat.
Go for another one.
I'll go for the big one then.
You like the big one. You like the car writing.
What is the trait you most dislike or like about yourself? I suppose what I like about myself is that I'm very positive and I love a laugh.
Okay. Yeah.
What I
you've got a
dislike
great
about
laugh.
myself... Huh?
You've got a great laugh.
Oh, thank you. What I dislike about myself is that I can never say no. People ask me to do something and I think, okay, I'll do that. But it's going to be very difficult for me to do it. But I'll do it for them. You know, I'm like that. I'm a people pleaser.
Okay. What do I like and dislike most about myself? Wow. I probably dislike that I can't hide my emotions. If I'm cross or that's okay if you're happy and in a great place, but if you're irritated with somebody, everybody knows it. People can read my face quite easily. That's probably the worst trait about me. And I probably like the fact that it would take a lot for me to be really worried. I don't worry about much, if I'm honest, because you can't control it. So what's the point?
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, there's no point.
How important is sex to you?
Yes, I love sex, but that's the only thing I don't like about being single.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure I've got a couple of boyfriends that would be willing to help out in times of need, but I'm not that desperate.
Care to name them?
No, I better not. Yeah, I've always loved sex since I first did it, I suppose.
Right from the word go. Didn't grow
not
on
the first
you.
time. I didn't like it the
No.
first time. No.
No, I don't.
But
think
you
many
know,
people
then
do.
I got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a big way.
yeah. But I mean, I was with Ronnie for so many years, so we always had a good sex life. It wasn't like we didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do miss having somebody to cuddle at night. That I do miss.
Yeah. I think human touch is important, actually.
They
Even
say
just spooning.
You need to have a cuddle every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. It's good for us.
Yeah.
But that's just somebody put their arms around you.
But that's why I brought a dog for a long time. It's like cuddle my doggy. But yeah, no, I would say it's pretty important, actually.
Yeah.
But more, like you say, it's more the physical affection rather than the actual
and
sex.
kisses and
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love all that.
There's one left,
I'll do it.
Ms. Wood. Off you go. Is my sugary writing again, isn't it? Can you read
What's
it?
the worst show
Oh,
on
yeah.
TV about sex?
Yeah.
Is that what it says?
Yeah,
It looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
Sex 7 there.
It's a question mark.
Oh, that's a question mark. What's the worst show on TV about sex? Well, I suppose it's got to be. Oh, you can't say it. Well, it's the weirdest. Open House.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Watching.
For people who haven't watched Open House, do you want to explain?
Yeah. I mean, it's the worst show. Maybe that's why I watch it. It's about couples who want to open up their marriages or relationships, and off they go to the place is full of people who are open to sex. Mm-hmm. I watched a lot of it when I was writing my book, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, to help me get inspired.
This
And
is what we're blaming.
yeah, and I just sit there and fascinated by it, because why would you, number one, do it on the telly, you know, and then they got cameras in the bedrooms, and and sometimes it all goes tits up.
Well, they do a lot of that on the telly now, don't they? They do the Virgin one.
Virgin
Yeah,
one.
yeah, how
Well, it
to lose your
started off with
virginity.
Naked Attraction.
Oh, well, naked. That is my worst one, if I'm honest. What on earth are you doing, hiring it up, and you're going to judge someone on this? And then, you know, and then surprise, surprise, you go on a date and you've got nothing in common. I mean,
Take your clothes off. Let's just
Yeah.
see you naked.
yeah.
I don't understand the sort of people that do it because they go to work on a Monday morning and aren't they embarrassed?
Well, I would be.
I would be really embarrassed.
But it is obviously an obsession in working in this country because we have so many of these shows now. I tell you what I quite like, and it's nothing to do with sex. I quite liked My Mum, Your Dad.
Oh, yeah, I
That
quite
was
like
nice.
that. My
That
son
wasn't
Jamie
bad.
wanted me to
Yeah.
go on that. He said, you should go on the celebrity version.
Yeah. No?
I don't know. I did First Date.
And how did that go?
Well, they put me with the Ronnie Wood lookalike. So,
But could he sing? That was the important thing in that bit.
he looked like could have been Ronnie's older brother.
I mean, yeah, but really, when you've
I
dated
said,
a rock
what
star,
are they doing to me? I said I wanted somebody that's completely different.
and they didn't give him to you.
It was good TV.
But yeah, well, that's it, isn't it?
I know.
You sign up for some good TV, right?
Yeah.
What about the relationship advice? Was that any use?
What relationship?
Well, they
advice?
normally give you some relationship advice when you do these shows, don't they? Do they
I
not
don't-
say to you why they've set you up with this person, why they think
No.
it will work? They don't. Just say
No.
arrive at this
You've
restaurant
got a
for
really
dinner.
nice. The girl said you've got a really nice man to sit and have dinner with. And oh, great! Imagining it in my head. Walked out and I went,
No,
oh my God.
not for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on in
Pleasure.
Suddenly Single. I've really enjoyed having you. Been an utter pleasure.
Oh, thank you. It's been
and
great.
maybe you could come back when you might
Yeah.
flow too.
Yeah. What will I call it? The resurrection of Flo.
The continuing adventures of Flo.
Yeah, the adventures of Flo. There
yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
When she goes eco,
Yeah.
goes to live on a farm.
Or she goes to live on an island in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
Oh, that would be a bit boring.
Well, it wouldn't be. I mean, you could. Well, we'll have to think about this.
Yeah.
Can't be like the faraway tree.
No, it can't be. I can't write a book about a girl that lives on an island and nothing happens.
No, I tell you what happens. The festival comes to town.
That's it.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
And she has to do
She
B&B
has to-
to all of these people that
Yeah,
are
and all
coming
these
to stay at
guys
the
come
festival.
and stay at her
Yes,
Airbnb.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they build some village a bit like they do in Shrek. You know, where
Yeah.
they all live around the swamp.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. There
Okay.
you go. There's book 2 for you.
That's good. Right.
Coming